Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I've got my very first guest. His name is Khetho, a very good friend of mine. Khetho, please introduce yourself.
Okay, hi everyone. Thank you first of all for welcoming you to your channel. I feel so honored to be invited and to be a guest here. I'm Khetho. I grew up in Atteridgeville. It's a small township in Atteridgeville. Then I matriculated from a school also in Atteridgeville. Then I went to Stellenbosch University where I did my Bachelor of Accounting. Then eventually I did my BA Honours as well, which is equivalent to PGDA or CTA equivalent. Then at the moment I'm actually doing my articles, but I decided to go for academic articles. I'm currently working as an academic trainee at Milpark Education.
Thank you, Khetho. Thank you so much, Khetho. As you guys heard, Khetho is quite smart, so I think keep on watching so that you guys get tips on how to pass CTA with good marks. Tip number 1 on how to pass CTA, please.
So for my first tip, I want to talk about relationships and our social lives. So as much as we are actually wanting to become CAs, we cannot run away from the fact that we are human beings. So in me saying so, I understand that some people are probably in relationships, be it you are dating someone. So what I found to be helpful is that you need to be very upfront with everyone, because you cannot afford to be having relationship drama in your CTA yet. So one tip that I'll also give is that if you were never in a relationship, don't try to get one. Stay like that. And also with your family, I think this is a year where you also need to be selfish. So you kind of need to turn a blind eye on some of the things that are happening around you, things that are happening in the family. You sort of need to act like you don't even see what's happening, because you need to choose your battles. You can't afford to be stressing about your big fours, your FINAC and tax and auditing and everything, and at the same time you are thinking about something that's happening at home. So that is what I mean by being selfish.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. This course is going to require a lot from us, and you have to be very, very focused and choose your battles wisely, like it was said.
Exactly.
Let's go to how to pass CTA tip number 2.
For tip number 2, I think this is probably what people would have expected of me to say at the beginning of the video, but I felt like I needed to first talk about the relationship issue because we are human beings after all. But anyway, for tip number 2, I think I would just like to talk about your study and how to prepare for your test and so on. What I found helpful for me was actually to have a study buddy, someone who I could actually be accountable to, and that person was not actually a friend. That's also another thing that I think you need to consider as well. But we became friends as part of the studying as well. So what was it helped me because sometimes you feel so tired that you don't even want to study. But when you are actually accountable to someone, the fact that you told someone that at 10 o'clock we're going to do deferred tax. So you have to actually go because you're actually committed to someone. And they also sort of depend on you as well. And I think also in terms of preparation, I think I want people to focus on everything. I think CTA is one of that course whereby whatever that you think is not important is actually important. I actually remember this one time for our management accounting test, literally our lecture brought one slide for 20 marks. So that was a shock. That just showed us that everything is actually important.
Very important. You can't leave a stone unturned.
Yes, you have to touch on every single little thing. And I think also people also battle with the balance between the theory and practicing questions. I think the mistake that we often do is to think that practice questions are there to, I must do this practice question and I'm going to get a question like this. That's not the case. You are only doing that practice question to condition your brain to be able to fight in the paper. So it's a point of you are practicing for this world. You must see it like a soccer match. I think when they're practicing as well, they don't know what the opponent is going to come and do. So the same when you're actually preparing and studying and doing all those questions, you're just conditioning your brain. You want to be mentally fit for those tests.
I definitely agree with you. How to pass CTA Okay, tip number 3.
So tip number 3, I'll be talking about now you are in the paper, you are actually in that battle. So remember, you used to practice using those questions. So first of all, don't try to think that you are going to get a question that you've seen. So you sort of like need to prepare yourself for the unexpected. That is why when you are practicing, you should have actually made sure that you practice under exam conditions, so that you sort of like now have actually prepared your brain for the unexpected. And I need to remind you, I don't know how much I must stress this, but you need to fight in that paper. You are going to be shocked. You need to fight. So you know the work. So it's just a matter of believing in yourself and knowing that you know something. Even if it's a CGT calculation, the fact that you know that for a natural person you have an annual exclusion, you know something, put that down.
And that 1 mark counts.
That 1 mark counts. So, and if you get stuck, assume and move on. You need to step out from this wanting to be a perfectionist and wanting to go get the marks.
You just preached it. Wanting to be a perfectionist, I think it holds people back and it makes them waste a lot of time. Like, I had to just agree with
exactly. So if you're actually stuck somewhere, assume.
Yeah.
I know with a lot of MDC questions, there's a lot of things going on. But for you just calculating direct material, direct labor, there is a mark for that. So if you're stuck, assume and move on so that you get to the other parts of the questions.
Wow, thank you so much for that tip.
So tip number 4, you have to believe in yourself. You have to be your own cheerleader. So even if it means on your wall you're going to write Khetho Tshipala CA, so that every single day when you wake up, you are reminded of this battle or the journey that you're actually going through. You need to believe in yourself. If you are a religious person, you can even pray. I don't know how many times I prayed last year. Even after writing the test, I would even fast, so that the results come out looking good. So you need to pray. If this is the year that's actually going to test your faith. So pray, believe in yourself, cheer yourself. You can do this. You got this far, not by mistake. You can do it.
Wow. Thank you so much, Khetho. Something I've noticed is that I struggle with time management, and I know so do most of you. So Khetho, what advice do you have for us?
Time management, oh wow, that's actually quite a big one. I think it's actually one of the most important ones we should have actually spoken about.
Definitely.
I don't know why did I neglect it. But I think for time management, one needs proper planning firstly. So what I found necessary helpful was to sort of like put down all the topics that you want to do. I think it's better when you're dealing with it per topic than for you to have this monster FINEC. It's better to then say groups, or even within groups there's still subtopics like business combinations, and you sort of like set a target that on this day I'm going to do business combinations and something else. What I also found helpful is to always make sure that you mix the topics. Sometimes some topics that can, from different modules, can be done together. So for instance, IFRS 9, you can do it with, valuations, for instance, because it's about instruments and so on. And also in valuations, you're actually doing rather similar financial calculations. So set a target and be realistic. Give yourself time as well, and have fun as well. You need to have fun. You need to look after yourself as well.
Definitely.
Make sure that, if possible, make sure that your friends and people are actually not studying CTA, because you don't want to have that stress always lingering with you. Because chances are with your CTA friends, you're going to talk about tax, you're going to talk about the test that you guys just saw. But if you have a friend who maybe just passed matric or something, then joke. But
I can definitely agree.
So that becomes better, like
Anyway, thank you so much for your time, Khetho. If I can just give you guys a bonus tip, my tip is very unconventional, but don't waste too much time. I think at CTA level, you must have already mastered the topics, especially in your textbook. I passed CTA level 1 last year, so I think the tip that I can give is practice questions so that you actually learn how to use your standards. Because I think a lot of people do bad in tax, for instance, because they don't actually know their standard. And that's something you have to take into the exams, and we need to actually learn how to maximize how it can benefit you. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please do the right thing and press the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment and let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Bye.